All right, so continuing on with our one blank, no shift question types, we'll look at some examples of sentences involving elaboration. So what do we mean by elaboration? Well, first let's look at some of the more common transition words and punctuation marks that signal that we might be dealing with elaboration type sentences. You'll notice a little bit of overlap with the emphasis words, but let's just go ahead and look through them here. So moreover, also, in addition, furthermore, just as, in that, besides, the colon, the semicolon, the dash, not only, we could also say not only, but also, and so that. And we'll see some examples of a couple of these that might help clarify exactly what we mean, or how some of these words or phrases appear in sentences. So let's just go ahead and look at our first example here, starting, as always, by reading the sentence. So it was her view that the country's problems had been blank by foreign technocrats, so that to invite them to come back would be counterproductive. So here's an example of so that appearing in an elaboration sentence. So the next step that we always want to take after reading the sentence is to identify the key word, the clue, and the transition. So in this case, I would say that the key word is problems. That's going to be the subject that goes along with the verb in the blank here. The transition, so that, tells us that the second part of the sentence is elaborating on the first part. And the clue, I would say the main clue here is the word counterproductive, because that tells us that the country's problems had not been solved by these foreign technocrats. Rather, they had been made worse, or we could just say worsened, by foreign technocrats. So that to invite them back would be counterproductive. So we're looking for a word with a negative connotation, and specifically emphasizing that the problems, again, have been made worse. So foreseen, that means seen ahead of time. So no. Now, attacked has a negative connotation, but the problems themselves have not been attacked. I guess if you were to attack a problem, if you could say that you could attack a problem, if anything, you would be trying to solve the problem. Ascertained has to do with gaining knowledge of something. So if you are certain of something, you know that, and as you ascertain it, you gain knowledge of it. So you find something out, you ascertain it. So not the right word here. Exacerbated, this is definitely one of these GRE words that they seem to like quite a bit, and that is going to be exactly the right word. To exacerbate something means to make worse. We want to make sure that we don't confuse this word with another one that sounds kind of like it, exasperate or exasperated. If you're exasperated, you're kind of one step beyond frustrated. You're exasperated, you don't really know what to do, you're flustered. Not the same thing as exacerbated, which is what we want here. And then analyzed, well, maybe the foreign technocrats did at some point analyze the problem, but the key thing is that they didn't help. They made things worse. And so exacerbated is going to be our correct answer. And let's look at a second example. Again, following the same steps, and again, we'll just have these down here for reference as we work our way through it. So dramatic literature often blanks the history of a culture in that it takes as its subject matter the important events that have shaped and guided the culture. So here's another one of these where the blank stands for a verb, and so we could say that the key word is the subject, dramatic literature. We could say that the key word is the object, the history of a culture. We'll come right back to that in a second. The transition here, in that. So this is another one of these that we saw on the first page, and you might have thought, what do they mean by in that? But that's an example of how that pairing of words can be used to signal that we have a elaboration going on. So dramatic literature often blanks the history of a culture in that it takes as its subject matter the important events that have shaped and guided the culture. So I would say, looking at the whole sentence, the history of a culture is the key word. So the dramatic literature takes as its subject matter the important events that have shaped and guided the culture. So the clue, I would say, is really, this is a lot of words, but really everything that comes after in that. Because that's going to tell us what kind of verb we need. So it often, we could say that it tells the history of a culture, it recounts or retells the history of a culture in that it takes as its subject matter these important events. So that's, again, it's not the most precise word, but it'll do. It'll do as far as guiding us to the correct answer. So to confound, that would be to confuse, to mix up, to fail to distinguish between a couple of things. That doesn't quite work. To repudiate, that means to reject, refute, reject, repudiate. All those kind of go together. Recapitulates, that works. To recapitulate is to basically to recount, to retell. In music, a recapitulation of the theme is when they come back to the theme and sort of restate it, maybe toward the end of a piece. But let's just check the others. To anticipate, no, if anything, it's the other way around. The actual events might anticipate the dramatic literature that comes later. And then to polarize, that would be to, well, to split into two. A polarizing politician tends to create divisions between two different groups of people, one on one side and one on the other. So not what we are looking for in this case. So dramatic literature often recapitulates the history of a culture by taking the important events of that culture as its subject matter. So that'll do it for our couple of examples on elaboration. Next, we will start looking at single blank questions where we do have shifts in meaning. That will be in the next video.